Hey guys, Zangetsu 134 here, and do not mind my hair. I've just gotten out of the shower. um, getting to Kamen Rider Build episode 14, but before we do, I want to do a quick update on my DuckTales vlogs. So I just found out that I think, they aired an episode, and I didn't know. I kind of assumed we weren't getting any more episodes until, next year, probably in the spring, or after the new year, because usually with a lot of children's programming networks, they stop airing new episodes of everything and just either do reruns or run almost nothing but Christmas specials and or Christmas themed episodes or winter themed episodes of their shows. So I kind of assumed DuckTales was going to basically go the same way, but apparently there's an episode. I'm going to try and get to that on my next day off when I can have more time to film. Because I'll have to watch it on demand. But I will get to it. And I can promise you that it will definitely be hopefully this week. If not, I might have to play catch up. I don't know how many episodes have been released. I think only the one. So yeah. But yeah. So, like I said, guys, that's my fault. I should have been looking at the listings a bit better, or at least look online to see, how episodes are going to air and such. But anyway, guys, with that out of the way, let's get to Kamen Rider episode 14. And man, this was a doozy. So it's a continuing follow-up to the last episode when Soichi stole the Pandora's box and the full bottles, and we get into a fight between Build and Soichi, finally revealing that he is in fact Stalk. I'm gonna probably jump ahead a little bit to when we get to the actual revelations of the episode, but basically he stole Misora because of the fact that after a while she stopped purifying full bottles because due to the way her powers are, she explains this to Ryuga as they go on a date. It's a pretty adorable date because he takes her to karaoke, and it's really cute. But basically, when she started realizing that Faust was wanted to use the full bottles for really kind of evil purposes, she decided that I'm not going to keep purifying full bottles, and basically lost the ability to gather the power needed for purifying full bottles. So Stalk, as Soichi, pretended to steal her away, take the full bottles that they did have, and use her and trick her into thinking that they were doing it to stop Faust. And once they had Sento, they could use him as a Kamen Rider. So basically, he made the two believe that they were actually doing good, when really he was just sending smashes against Build so that Misora would be convinced to purify full bottles, but do so for what she believed was a good cause, instead of not actually purifying full bottles. We do find out that after he stole all the full bottles, that Sento had actually created fake full bottles that, when inserted into the panels of the Pandora's box, instead of activating whatever they do with the Pandora's box, that they instead create little flags that say, "Missed the match!" And I will admit that was really clever, and I really like that. And I think Sento's really one of the few Kamen Riders that would be smart enough to make a bunch of fake full bottles. In the meantime, due to the scuffle between him and Bloodstalk to get the full bottles back, Sento stole some of the energy from the Pandora's box when Bloodstalk used it to get an advantage over him. By stealing some of the energy in a full bottle and using it and the Rabbit Tank full bottles, which was a really awesome little funny scene where him and Ryuga try to find the best match with the Pandora's box energy, which is Rabbit Tank. Most likely because of the fact that Sento has used Rabbit Tank so much and was the first I think best match that he had. It kind of makes sense. But I really like because every time they put full best matches in, it does something in reference to that best match, Panda Rocket exploded, Lion Cleaner electrocuted Ryuga, Gorilla was my favorite because it exploded into diamonds, and I think like partially crystallized Ryuga. It was really funny, and I really liked it. I was kind of surprised that they actually had some comedy because this episode was really, really depressing. But it was really good. I really liked that. Basically, Soichi's like, all right, let's settle this. I want the full bottles. You want the Pandora's box. Let's duke it out. Meet me at the place where I found you for the first time, which they do. And of course, it's raining again. I don't know if that's supposed to be like the idea that like either a rainstorm happened that day or due to the events of the Skywall, it's just perpetually raining in that one spot or something. I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, they go to do the fight, and it's actually, I really give Toei a lot of credit because it's a lot of there's really very little music, or when it is, it's really dark, sad music. But for the most part, there's barely any music or sound. Like when the two of them henshin to start the fight, there is no sound whatsoever during that. There's not even like the sounds of the announcer. Like all you can hear is the rain as the two of them get ready to fight, and it's a really, really intense fight. I actually really like the fight because Sento has to be really clever, like putting the ninja full bottle into the drill crusher, and doing so to create like a barrage of swords via the illusion powers of the ninja full bottle. Like, I actually give it a lot of credit. Like, he doesn't really use any like other best matches, but he gets creative at least when as fighting with just Rabbit Tank. But due to his own emotions, he can't bring himself to defeat Soichi until Soichi basically says, yeah, no, you guys are just playing pretend. That and Ryuga comes and saves him as Cross. But unfortunately, he doesn't really get very far. Like, I think he gets knocked out of his henshin form really easily against Cobra, or Bloodstalk, which was kind of a bummer, but I mean, to be fair, it is Build's fight, so I get why they did that. I kind of wish he either like he hadn't gotten knocked out of his transformation, or just like had accidentally forgotten to bring it with him or something. I don't know. I mean, granted, it was really heroic and I liked it, but it kind of was frustrating because like, oh, he showed up and then he fails. So yeah. But basically after that, Sento's like, no, you know what? I don't care that like you created my ideals through false pretenses. I still believe in helping people and doing good. So I'm going to continue being Kamen Rider Build, and I'm going to stop you and Faust from doing whatever it is you're doing. And to do so, I created this, and he pulls out the Rabbit Tank sparkling full bottle, or I think it is technically a full bottle, but it's a giant soda can that basically the energies of the Pandora's box are like carbonation. And I really like it basically looks like Build's face on a soda can, and then to activate their transformation form, you shake it, and then you pop the tab, and the full bottle tops pop out from the bottom, and then you put it into the Build driver. I also really like that it changes the the racks that show up whenever they make the molding for the Kamen Rider body, which I've realized that while they do look like model kit stems, they're also kind of, I guess, in a reference to like a 3D modeling machine. But I like in this one because like you can clearly see like they have bigger vials, which I think contains like the Pandora's box's energy along with the Rabbit Tank energy, so that it creates a much more condensed energy form. And then when it comes together, we get the Rabbit Tank sparkling form, which I guess from what I've been seeing of the scans, of the magazine scans, which does kind of frustrate me that they have to kind of spoil us with what exactly it is they're doing. But basically, it looks like as if like the form has like exploded a little, or like, you know, kind of like carbonation, like it's exploded out, but it hasn't completely exploded. And there's like, and it's all spiky and a little bit of white texture, not texturing, like white add-on parts to give it that, the reference to the white energy of the Pandora's box that went into it. And basically, due to the immense power of this form, Bloodstock is no match for him. Even when he pulls out the energy cobras that he has been using, Bill just wrecks them. I do love his Vortex finish. Or I think it's actually Vortex Sparkling. But I love it just because, it creates this... I think it's a physics reference. I think to, how, wormholes are generated. And basically, it sucks everything in, and then he delivers a rider kick through the middle, and it releases all this energy. Bloodstock doesn't even get caught in it, which I think would be the most damaging. It explodes, and all the energy from it actually damages Bloodstock. It's not the kick or getting stuck in the vortex. It's legitimately that Bloodstock got hit by, the aftermath of the attack. That's a really powerful ability that it actually managed to damage Bloodstock without even touching him. But anyway, the battle ends, and Soichi, once again, is clearly impressed with Build's power, and leaves the Pandora's box with them, and reveals that Gentoku, the head of Todo, and the current reigning prime minister, is in fact Night Rogue. And he also leaves the Pandora's box with them for some reason, which is kind of weird because him and Namba Heavy Industries want to use it to create weapons more powerful than nuclear bombs, which is that's really dark, especially in the current political climate. But anyway, so yeah, and the episode just kind of ends with Ryuga and Sento kind of just staring on in shock as Bloodstock was able to get away, and the episode just kind of ends right there. I mean, granted, in the next episode, they clearly show that the two of them are going to go after Night Rogue because they want to get answers. Then they want to actually prove that Night Rogue actually is Bloodstock or Gentoku, to see if what he says is true. I think we also are finally going to start talking about Sento, since, and apologies for almost dropping the phone. That he's not really Sento or the Rocker, that he's clearly, in my opinion, what I think it is, he's Kitsuragi, the creator of the Bill Driver, who has lost his memories, or was basically that the Rocker was the one that Bloodstock killed, and then he traded Kitsuragi's face with, Sento's from Sento's body to Kitsuragi's. Also, more than likely wiped his memory, but couldn't erase his intelligence. I don't know. It's not really probably made clear, but that's my big theory. And judging by what they said in the previews, I think they really are trying to tell, leading towards that being what Sento is. I mean, granted, he'll probably still just call himself Sento since he's kind of a new entire person now, but yeah, I think I've been saying that since we met Kisaragi's mother. Kisaragi, was that his name? But the guy that created the Bill Driver, that he's actually the guy who created the Bill Driver, and that he just got a different face thanks to Bloodstock. But yeah, no, but like I said, guys, this is a really good episode, and I argue this is probably the best episode we've gotten so far. I've really enjoyed almost every episode I've watched to this, but this episode really, really was very good. From, the adding more hints to the mystery, why did Bloodstock rescue Misora? Just what exactly is his deal? Getting little bits of history with Soichi. Yeah, they actually go into Soichi's history, too. That he met Misora on the day he created the Skywall incident, as she was found next to the Pandora's box, which I think kind of hints that she comes from the Pandora's box. That, she was born of it, either due to the events of the Skywall tragedy or just because, and that they had actually both went to the same hospital. And that Faust may be much older than they think, but yeah, no, like I said, I really have enjoyed Bill, but I think this is probably their best episode so far. I really like the action in it. I like the cinematography, and I just like the character moments. It's a really, really good episode. I really can't not sing its praises enough. So yeah, guys, I really do recommend you watch this episode. If you haven't watched any of them yet, thanks to my suggestions, go to TV Nihon right now and start watching the episode. There's only 14 episodes, so, you know, it shouldn't take you too long to binge it. But anyway, guys, that's going to be enough for me. Like I said, I'm going to try and get to DuckTales at the end sometime this week. But otherwise, guys, I think that's going to be it. So I will see you guys at the next vlog. Until then, take care.